that man in the White House, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was responsible, and hence he was a traitor to his class. They hated him, and I know this from my personal experience of people who would come up to me, not just when my grandfather was alive, but for ever since, but particularly say in the 10 or 15 years after he died, and express their vitriolic hate towards Franklin D. Roosevelt in a way that was totally irrational.
A great yachtsman in Marblehead, Mass., Mr. Crowninshield, when on his entering in his logbook of his yacht a description of something really terrible, he referred to it as a Roosevelt. It was blowing an absolute Roosevelt that day, and the fog was thicker than a Roosevelt because he used the word Roosevelt. I mean, it seems ridiculous, but that was the extent to which these people took their hostility to the New Deal.
The rich and the privileged might hate him, but as his first term was drawing to a close, Roosevelt remained immensely popular with ordinary Americans. In spite of persistent hard times, the president had given them hope.
The most astounding thing was the pictures of Roosevelt you saw. Framed photographs, framed bad watercolors, good photographs, bad photographs, but everywhere. Bus stations, libraries, barbershops, homes. There were pictures of Roosevelt. I went into this lodge, and as we were checking in, I looked and saw this photograph, where the clerk was checking us in. And it was rather bad. It had been very bad color with sort of rouge cheeks. And I made a joke about this, the way they'd done him up. And we were thrown out. Now, that was the striking thing. It had nothing to do with partisanship. For the time being, the entire country decided he was the savior. I don't believe 5 Americans in 100 knew he was paralyzed. I think if it had been absolutely common knowledge, it would have been very difficult to elect him.
The country just simply didn't perceive Roosevelt as being handicapped. And they would look and they just would not see what they were seeing.